Hi all, how are you doing today?
Good, sir.
Good job. And I think that we have six, so I'm gonna give 6 more minutes to see if those of you will come in. I'm gonna find a question in the meantime, so we can start working on it. Give me a few. Actually, I think I'd asked Tariq or the class to find some past papers. Did I?
Well, you asked me to share last time. I should be able to find some from the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Please do, and you can drop in the chat here, please, so that others may see, and we need to start getting busy with the papers.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
Yes, I found a 2019 paper. I'm sharing it now.
Please and thanks.
Yes, sir. It's in the chat now.
Thank you, sir.
So you want more than one?
Yes, send them
Oh,
all.
oh, send them all. Okay.
Send them all. And I'll just encourage Carno. I'm going to depend on you to save these, and then you can send it out to the email, please. To all, so that we can have access to these papers. Please and thanks.
Yes, sir. We have access in the WhatsApp group. Oh, but you mean yourself?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
it may be a bit much for the WhatsApp. So I was saying that you could maybe send as ask Hannah to send them as an email.
Oh, no, because he already had sent them from first class, all the past papers.
Oh,
So,
oh,
yeah.
oh,
So
oh,
that's where
oh, got
I
you,
got the paper from. Yes, sir.
got you, got you.
So when you were saying that I was 192, it's for you, you know.
Right. Well, it should be for me then. It will be for me, definitely. Capital Student 2019. I'm just going to create a folder.
Sir, I just sent the rest of them.
Thank you, Poppy.
Okay, sir.
Check this. Look at this number question 2. All right, so heavy for 2019.
So
It's
you're
a
not
very,
sharing screen, you know?
I'm not sharing it. I'm just perusing
Oh,
the paper. But I'm just saying the paper looks heavy. Is it doable? Absolutely.
Sir, then question out rough, you know, sir.
Huh?
Then question out rough.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If I were to be honest, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it and say it fast so I can erase what I'm saying. Had I gone into the exam and open the paper and see this, I'm going to shop at the paper and then start praying. I say, Father, help. But question 1 for 30 marks is a stationary point question on multivariable functions. I don't teach that yet. I promise you that when I do, you will love it. Those of you here, listen to me at the end of the first semester by going into the exam. Not all of you did it. To do the stationary point question, I will say to you, for calculus 2, stationary point question come for 30 marks. See it right there. So question number 1, 30 marks. There are some steps that I know what to tell you to do. Pretty similar to the steps in calculus 1. That if you follow, it can't go wrong. Question 2A, find the volume of the solid generated. All right, so you know what? Because you're going to say, sir, you're not sharing. So let me go ahead and share. So question 1 is on stationary points. When I get there, I will. To be honest, I want to get here pretty soon. I'm going to tell you why. So that I can give you enough time to digest it before the exam. So I'm going to get here pretty soon. This one says, find the volume of the solid generated by rotating about the x-axis. This is really an integration question, another application question that I'm expecting to come on the final paper. Not bad, really not bad. It's very similar to calculating the area, but this time now we're going to talk about volume. So there are 2 formulas based on what it is that you're doing. If it's generated about the x-axis, use one formula. And if it is generated about the y-axis, use another formula. All right? So I'll show you the 2 different formulas. Once you get the formulas right, all you have to do is just follow the steps. So this part is not bad either. So that's 30 marks. See another 10 mark here, that's 40 marks. So when I tell you say these 2 not bad, I will do these 2 in class. Well, not today, but I'll just come back to 2019 and work question 1, and I'll come back to 2019 and work question 2B. Question 2B says the sketch below represents the area under the curve between y equals x plus 2, between x equals 1 and x equals 4, Okay, I see x equals 1 and x equals 4. But why this look like trapezoidal? So like what sir they teach the other day. All right, let me continue reading. Of the boundaries of a plot of land purchased by ABC Company, the lengths of the perpendicular offset are equal intervals. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You see this term here, equal intervals? What that remind you of? Hello, somebody?
Don't remember, sir.
I remember you, that's it.
Don't remember? And we've been doing this?
The trapezoidal.
The what?
Trapezoidal.
Yeah, but what when I talk about equal interval, what am I referring to? The what?
The root?
The what?
The root?
No. The what?
The ordinal,
The
sir.
No.
the the trapezoid, sir.
Yes, it has something to do with the trapezoidal, but when I say
The-
equal intervals, what am I
The
talking about?
ordinals,
Okay, what come between the ordinals?
midpoint.
No, I said it, the trapezoids.
Yeah, but you know, when you're doing the trapezoidal rule, something must happen between the trapezoid. What the trapezoid is supposed to be?
Sir, we know what you're talking, but I don't think we know the name.
No man is supposed to know the name, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, when you know, listen to me, I teach you. I teach and I enjoy the teaching more than I enjoy the learning.
But sir, it's not the ordinals.
Okay. The ordinal separates what?
Trapezoids, sir.
Trapezoids. And what must happen for the trapezoids? Every trapezoid is supposed to be what?
Equal in width.
See, Tessa? Equal intervals. How do you know that it's supposed to have equal intervals in the calculation? What did you calculate? What would you have calculated to know that it's equal intervals?
The space between
What is that space called?
area.
No. What is the space called?
Yeah, that was VX.
It is almost a first calculation that you do when you're doing the trapezoidal.
I thought the VX something, sir.
What it called, what it is named, what we do when we calculate that. It is calculating the what? No, no, learn.
There isn't it the width of the trapezoids.
So why don't you say that, Rayton?
Oh, I believe I said it in a sir, but my problem mic was muted.
You're calculating the width. You're calculating the width. So in the trapezoidal rule, as I have told you before you get your ordinals, you must calculate the width. True or false?
True, sir.
Yes, man. And every trapezoid is supposed to have equal distance. You can't have one trapezoid that is 2, and one is 1, and one is 4. The trapezoidal rule will break down, meaning that it's not going to work. So you have to remember the things that I teach you. Because God forbid, if them did come here so and don't mention trapezoidal right here so. Dog me, I'm so on a supper, and you're not gonna know what to do. And some of you are just learning the topic so you can see the question and then just go do it. You have to internalize and understand what the question says. Hold on it. You see up here, so? Up here says a reasoning question. A smart company, startup company produces speakers and subwoofers for computers, and they sell that they search our website. After extensive research, the company has developed a profit function, boom, in thousands of dollars. Find the production level that minimize the profit. There are several steps that you have to take and have to understand what is happening. And have to say, yo, you know what? Subwoofer is going to be this, speaker is going to be that. Come on. Continue now. So it says the length of the perpendicular offsets, which is at equal intervals, from the straight line to the curved boundaries are as shown on the sketch. Okay. What do you think? The 1, the 1.5, the 2, the 2.5, the 3, 3.5, and the 4 representing
The ordinals.
the ordinals. Anybody agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody
Yes, sir, I
else?
agree.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Lefana. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, cool. So, and I know that there are many more here. But yes, they are representing the ordinals. Let's see if I can understand this equal interval. What's the difference between here and here?
0.5, sir.
And from here and here?
0.5.
So all of them is representing 0.5, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So that was the equal interval. All right, okay for now. I'm seeing more numbers. I'm seeing 3 and 4.25 and 6 and 8.25 and so forth and so on. What is that? Anybody have any idea what that is? I agree that the 1 and the 1.5 and 2 and 2.5 support represents the ordinal. How many trapezoids I have?
Sir, that's like 6 trapezoids, sir.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 trapezoids. That means there are 7 ordinals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. What these 3 and 4.25 and 6 and 8.25 representing? Anybody have an idea?
When you substitute the ordinals into the function, sir. And I
That you get?
I didn't answer that.
Good try it now. So we substitute 1 into x squared plus 2. 1 squared is 1 plus 2 is 3. Well, that 3 will work out, you know. What is 1.5 squared? Don't sleep. Wake up, man. Wake up.
2.25, sir.
Plus 2.
4.25.
4.2.
All right. If you like it work for that one, you know. I'm not so sure yet. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try 2 more. 2, 2 is 4. 4 plus 2, 6.
Yes, sir.
That one will work. I'm gonna try the 3. 3, 3 is 9 plus 2, 11. That one will work. I'm gonna try the 4. 4, 4 is 16. 16 plus 2, 18. It looked like it worked with true. 2.25 squared equals what?
2.5 squared, yes, sir.
Yeah.
6.25.
That's 6.25.
Plus 2.
8.25.
8.25.
What's going on there? That mean the man them do the question for you already then. Because, yeah. And at 20 marks, Jaja. So I want to come and I'm going to repeat that question. I would love it. Because it means that you'd have seen it. And all right, so make a take a try with the question. Having seen the question, and you see what I just did a while ago, see if you can take a try. I'm going to work it as well, but take a try. Take a try and see how far you can get with the question, please. Remember, no, you know, this is a warm-up question, you know, so I don't want nobody to take all 1 hour to do something.
So you can check the answer that I sent you. That's
All right. So turn the calculator off, do the calculation again. I am, if I were to be concerned about anything, it's more the calculator usage for this class than anything else.
all right, sir.
Yeah, man. So silent.
Oh, so find my error.
Okay,
That's
good
about
job.
it. Yeah, same correct answer now.
Mhm. What's the width of the trapezoid?
0.5
Good job. What are they after the width? We calculated the ordinals. What were the ordinals again?
was 3. The ordinals
Mhm.
were 3. Wait,
1.5,
1,
2,
1.5, 2.
3.5, 4.
Good. When you substitute one into the function, what you get again?
3.
Mm-hmm. So you see, all of those was given already. So what you are required to do now, and that's I'm thinking 20 marks is just way too many marks for that.
So we're supposed to do first, you just substitute that.
Hold on a minute, please. All right, so I am seeing one correct answer to the T. Congratulations, Tariq. The answer is to the T.
Thank you, sir. For the first two of them, or just one?
All right, so the second one now, I have an issue with that. Okay, Rayton, second time the charm. Yes, your one is correct to the T, Rayton, very good. Carno, you're using one of Mr. Chin's calculators and it is not working so well. So I want to double check that one for me. But yes, Rayton, give up yourself. You and Tariq out there, very nice. I want to give you a little bit more time just to get an opportunity to figure it out. Let me just remind you one thing. Without telling you anything specific, put your pens and pencils down for me, please. Put your hand in front of you again for me, please, with a palm facing your face. Remember the spaces between your thumb and your index and your middle and your ring. The ring and the pinky winky are your trapezoids. And there are 4 spaces, so those are the trapezoids. Your fingers will be the ordinals. Remember that the thumb is only touching one side of the trapezoid, whereas the index, the middle, and the ring finger are touching 2 sides of the trapezoid. The pinky winky is touching one side of the trapezoid and not saying anything more on that. So I think that is a problem why I'm getting some of the answers I'm getting. Kenneth, why you think say you must round off? I don't want to round off, sir. You don't round off nothing. Already not hearing from you, You're having too much rum.
Sir, so you want everything for the calculator, sir?
For the answer, yeah, you can write everything on the calculator in this case.
So would it be 9? Can I say it, sir?
Is it the same thing that you sent to me?
No, I run off my own. That's why I give
No,
that.
man. But the whole number there is supposed to be much more.
Much more.
Yeah, man. I cannot figure. All right. Thank you, Mr. Taxter. You are where I want you to be now. So there are 3 of you. Wait. Dijon, come on. I need to hear from you. Fahim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, not acceptable. You're not talking to me. You need to speak up. Mr. Richards, you and I need to have conversations. Mr. Green, you're not yourself today. Colonel, sorry, let me not. Yeah, let me ask Colonel. So, or I should ask the class, is this the full complement? Colonel, I sent you a message enough way to do something for me. I don't know if you saw it. Is this the full complement of the Calculus 2 class? Is there anyone that is missing from class? I need to get a number so I can send off.
Check back the list, sir, but I sent it in the group for the persons doing calculus to fill out the list.
Please,
Everybody did.
I think
Right.
Raji is missing from today's class.
Who?
Raji
Right.
is missing from today's class.
Who?
Raji, I don't see Raji in the class right now.
No, Rajay was here and then Rajay gone.
Oh,
You know, so me make one telephone call and then for come back. All right, so yeah, so I need to get a list because I think we have a deadline for the 14th to submit same. So I'm asking, please just respond to the list that you have in the WhatsApp that Lakana sent so that he can send it off to me. Thanks for that, Tariq, about Raj. If there's any, just look in the participants list, please, guys, and if you're seeing somebody that is missing, please just indicate. I need to be able to send off accurate
sir,
numbers.
is it that my second answer is missing some zeros?
The second answer is too much.
It's too much. Okay,
Yeah,
so all right, I'll send in the next one. You can continue, please.
sure. DJ, I want to hear from you. Send something, please. Kahim, send something, please. Alwyn, send something, please. Richards, send something, please. I sent you a message, Richards. Please to respond. Come, guys, I don't want you to be logging on to my class and then disappear. I want you to log on and be here with me so I can add to your knowledge pool. All right, so if you recognize the type of questions that I'm asking, I'm not interested in you being able to do the question alone, but that you're understanding what it is that you're doing, all right? I see that one.
Yes, sir.
I have a little issue with it, but I
Yes, sir.
like the, yeah, I still have a little issue with it, but I like the effort.
All right.
You can continue trying.
Yeah, I continue to try again.
So public service announcement. I have been threatening some students in the chat. I don't know why I'm doing that. But there are some of you who I know are performed at a high standard in Calculus 1, and then now I'm getting a less than acceptable start for the Calculus 2. And I don't want me to fall out. And it goes for everybody in the class. You're not here by chance. And I want you to just settle down. The Calculus 2 can't be treated as some other course where you can just stuck up and study overnight. Calculus 2 you have to dedicate enough time and energy to it so that you can reap the benefit from it. All right? I'm not going to give you any more time. I think I have been more than generous. Okay. You send me something again, Tariq?
Should I wait? What I sent, I need to recheck it out as well.
The last one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took off the sign.
Let me just look at something. Oh yeah, it is. Don't worry about it.
It is correct? All right.
It
No.
is still looking a little
Partially?
shady. It's
Give me one
well,
more minute and I'll see.
you can go and work because I'm just gonna do the first part, so you can go and work on the second part.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so I am projecting here now I'm projecting the question. And for those of you who
Sir.
are playing around, yeah,
Oh, John.
you understand why I say what I say to you now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so even if you didn't know what the ordinals were and the calculations given on the stuff, you could go ahead and do it, right? Because it says to you that it is between 1 and 4. All right. And right. So when you do, it's between 1 and 4, it didn't tell you how many trapezoids. But when you calculate the width of the trapezoid, it will tell you how many ordinals we have. So the width of the trapezoid is 0.5, which is a half. And that width says I must start from 1. So 1 is my my starting point. See here? When I add a half, when I add this half to 1, I'm going to get 1.5. See here, so? When I add another half, I'm going to get 2. See here, so? When I add another half, I'm going to get 2.5. See here? Another half, I'm going to get 3. See here? Another half, I'm going to get 3.5. See here? Another half, I'm going to get 4. See here? Do I add another half to this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Why?
I reached the upper.
Because to reach
It reaches the upper limit. It reaches the upper limit. All right? Now, so the question didn't tell us how many trapezoids it has. But we work out how many ordinals just now, because once we have the width of it, we can work out the number of ordinals and we can work out the number of trapezoids. So the question don't have to tell you. All right? And then having worked out our trapezoids, remember now, v of x, the width, must be divided by 2. The width must be divided by 2. And then when you look at the length now, it's going to be 1. So in the function given, anywhere in f of x, I see x, I'm substituting the ordinals. Anywhere in the function, I see x, I'm substituting the ordinals. It means then that I'm going to have 7 calculations. So, and incidentally, all of these that I have here, and I think we can go through this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because all of this, all of these were also given on the question paper. But for emphasis, in the function x squared plus 2, you're substituting the 1, the 3 over 2, the 2, the 5 over 2, the 3, the 7 over 2, and the 4. This is where I believe some people are getting mixed up. Remember, your v of x must be divided by 2. Your v of x must be divided by 2, and that is going to be distributed over the calculation. Remember, your v of x must be divided by 2. Remember also that every term is going to be multiplied by 2, except the first and the last. So it's going to be 2 times this, times this, times this, times this, times this. But the one here lies. 2 times this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. The first and the last will not be multiplied by 2. So you see, I have 3 here, standalone. Then it's going to be 2 times this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the 18 is going to be a standalone. The 18 is going to be a standalone. All right, having done that, please to put all of what I have in this line here in your calculators, those of you especially who are struggling with your use of using your calculator, put that into that for me, please, and make sure that you get out the 27.125.
Sir, you also for continue for number two. Step away.
Oh no, but um, no, I wanted people to use their calculators now, just to make sure that they understand how to use a calculator to say they get the same answer as the 27.125.
Oh, because the pause, I was just wondering,
No, and my mic is still open. I'm just waiting to hear people tell me no, say yes, sir, we got the 27.125. Because I think part of the problem is the actual calculator usage. So let me know, guys, so we can move into the second part of the question.
Yeah, come there,
Yes,
wait
sir.
for the
Good to
second
know,
part.
sir.
All right, very good. No more.
Sir, any updates in regards to Edicasov?
I got a message. I want to tell you what time it is. I got after I got a message 12:38. This is me up trying to write an exam paper this morning after 3 o'clock. At 3:58 a.m. I sent a message.
Sir,
And
what kind of sleep pattern you have?
let me tell you something. No.
No.
I'm happy that you said it because I am here and I had to be very um strategic in where I'm conducting this class, because if I went to a particular space, I'm sure I would have gone off long time.
Wow.
So I am very alert because I was very deliberate in having this class at a specific place. No man, I had um an exam paper that is giving me a warm time. Not yours. Your papers are already done long time, done and submitted long time. But yes, so 12:38 p.m. I got a response to say received, a one-word response, received. So I'll follow through tomorrow to see what was happening. When I got that message, I was actually in commute. And if you didn't talk about it, I wouldn't remember. But yes, I got a receive. So yes, they have received my stuff. So I gave an ultimatum though in my in my um in my stuff that it has to be no later than the end of this week, knowing that your class is the last class this week. And tomorrow I'm not really having a class because, well, tomorrow I'm not going to be having an evening class because the graduation is going to be in progress. Yeah, so it has to be this week. So the response was received, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it will be all right. Let's go. Thanks for that, Papa. Let's go. The rest of you who haven't responded to me, are you understanding the 27.125 now? Talk to me now.
But funny enough, sir, to get my hands on the TV, put everything in the formula. I just said use the information from the question from the graph. I just looked at it and I just multiplied everything in between and then leave the first and the last times it by one. And add the answers together and then have the BX divide by 2 times it. So mother lose a lot of marks on not showing working, but
Oh, absolutely.
because you just say you don't want to work it fast and not take over time, I just do it that way, you know. But yeah, I'll make sure to show working.
Yeah, man. I want to see all the working out.
So like everybody the on track, hopefully. You know, so.
Yeah, we think we'll get there.
Um, All right.
Only have 11 persons' name on the list, still waiting on the others.
Mhm. All right. All right, so we're going to continue. Oh, write it in. Write it in. All right. So, one of the things that I like and I will forever appreciate. All right. Are you seeing my screen? Okay. Sorry. Wait for
Sorry.
1 moment. Yeah. And will forever appreciate is the fact that there are some of you in the class, you know, when you send me messages, sometimes I'll read the messages and I'll speak out. Um, so I was just responding to a message just now. I will risk. Okay. Towards the end of the class, I just want to maybe use a 2 minutes just to encourage some of you, and you know, a little encouragement along the way is not a bad thing. All right, so there are some of you in the class that will send me private messages, and I'm responding to those messages, and even though I say, well, not too correct. What I find is that you don't just sit down and throw up your hands. I'm seeing multiple solutions coming in, and it is commendable. And the Lord will see your efforts and will reward you greatly when you go into the exam. And again, I will say to you, make sure that you are not getting any assistance, because if you get the assistance and you don't understand what you're doing, and I see the correct answer, I'm going to say, very good, nice, good job. When in fact, you don't learn nothing. Allow me to see that you're struggling, and then I can come with a different way of trying to get you to understand. But with that said, I'm going to congratulate you. For 20 marks, though, it has given us all of those. But there's a one other question. It says, if the direct integration gives the exact value as 27 square units. Oh. You remember when Sir did the first question we do, he got -5.5, 11/2. But when I tell you that I did the actual calculation, I got -6.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, something like this I'm talk about. The actual calculation. It is asking us to find the percentage of the error in your question to one above. Percentage error. What that, sir? I have not taught you this. So I'm going to ask you to come close to the screen for me, please. So I see the stuff, and I I love the engagement, and I was working with it because I want you to make an attempt. Now work with me. So the trapezoidal rule error is going to be given by this. And I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about here. The trapezoidal error. E-trap. E-trap. So E-trap, it's in a pair of modulus signs, M-O-D-U-L-U-S, or absolute, absolute value. It means that the result there is going to always be positive. So the absolute value is going to tell us that, yo, you'll always have a positive value. And look at what it is equals to. K. B minus A cubed for 12n squared. You must remember that. That you must remember. You don't have a choice. You have to remember that. Please, and that. Now, what is happening there is you're seeing three unknowns, K, B, A, and N. You're seeing three unknowns, K, B, A, and N. We need to find out what those are. N is 6. Because we know this, N is a number of, say, trapezoids.
Trapezoid.
Right. So N is a number of trapezoids. So the same N that we use in the question to represent trapezoids is the same N we're talking about here. So it's a number of trapezoids. That won't change. So N is the number of trapezoids. All right. And then now we need to find out what B minus A is. Oh, B minus A. B minus A. Is the upper limit minus the lower limit, sir? Yes. B minus A is the upper limit minus the lower limit. B minus A is the upper limit minus the lower limit. And you know the upper limit was 4. And the lower limit is 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Talk truth.
Yes, sir.
Good. So you know what B minus A is. So you know that. We know that it's 3. Sir, I don't know what this K is. I will soon come to K. But sir, N is 6, the number of trapezoids. Yes. K is very tricky because it says the second derivative of the function, the modulus, the absolute value of the second derivative of the function must be less than or equals to K. So that's the value of K. So I have to find the second derivative. Now recall, the function is given by f of x equals x squared plus 2. The function is given by x squared plus 2. So I'm finding the first derivative of this function. I'm going to get 2x. I'm going to get 2x. And when I differentiate that function one more time, I'm going to get 2. Talk to me.
Sir,
2.
what is that A do beside the 2x?
You saying A beside it? So the second derivative of that is going to give me 2. And that now is a value of my x, of my k. That now becomes the value of my k. All right? So what I'm going to be having now is just a mere substitution. So I'm substituting K is now 2. B minus A is 3. So that's 3 cubes over 12 minus, 12 times 6 squared. 6 is the value of n. And that is going to give me 3, 3, 9, 9, 3, 27 times 2 is 54. 6, 6, 36 times 12 is 432. So that gives me 1/8. What is this 1/8 saying to me? That 1/8 is saying this here is the difference between the actual calculation and the approximation. Read that for me, please, and tell me if you can see the difference now.
This take only for processing.
Say it again, Carno.
Tarek, me that's this take
All right.
only for processing.
Um,
I understand. Yeah.
and maybe this is where the 20 marks come, because it's really and truly the first part of the question wasn't
Give
bad.
it- Yeah.
Yeah, but in order for you to do the error, it would have taken a little bit more energy. Now I'm going to go back through this, but I want to have a conversation, because I know you'll recognize who I teach. I don't teach for you to just pass a course. I want you to be able to apply the course when you leave the course. It's supposed to have an impression on you. When I started doing this thing, I told you about somebody in the class who got a piece of land, and the topography of the land was very hilly, and they want to sell the land. And what it is that they're doing, they're saying, oh, we're going to approximate the area under the curve. Now, if you have the topography, you can actually go and do the calculations, the actual calculations, and then you can calculate your error. Now, if when you're doing these calculations, you can guesstimate what your error is. Roughly the error is going to be X, Y, Z. You can have an idea of the plot of land that you have, because really and truly, if you are going to be selling the land by approximations, you are going to be losing out. You're going to be losing out. So what it is that you want, and I did say that to you before. So what it is that you want to do is to get as close as possible to the actual value, and which is by getting close to the actual values by using many trapezoids. The more trapezoids you use, the more accurate your response is, as I have proven to you in one of the examples. So let me go back through this quickly. So the formulation that we're going to be using is the absolute value of the error trapezoid. And you may say, sir, why do I have to write E trap? Because there's also another form of approximation that we do, which is called Simpson's approximation. But Simpson's is not on your syllabus. So I won't be teaching the Simpsons. Simpson's is pretty close, but there are some differences. So you have another formula to calculate the error, and that would be error Simpson. This is error trapezoid. So to calculate the error, the trapezoidal error bone, it's going to be K times B minus A cube, or cube, over 12n squared. N is the number of trapezoids. We have that part. B minus A, B is the upper limit, A is the lower limit. We have that part already, because we know what the upper limit and the lower limit is. It's a value of K now that we need to worry about. But K is really not a problem. Why? Because K is just finding the second derivative of the function. That must be less than or equal to the value of K. Okay, sir, what is the function? X squared, f of x is equal to x squared plus 2. When I find the first derivative of x squared plus 2, I'm going to get 2x. I don't know if Kenneth was seeing something beside the x, but it's 2x. I'm seeing 2x there. And then when you differentiate the function one more time, you're going to get 2. So the value of f of x there is going to be 2, which is the value of k. And when you do that substitution, we are going to end up with 1/8. You're going to end up with 1/8. Now, let us go back to the question, because I'm a little concerned that I'm not understanding what the question is asking me. It says, so the field manager of the company would like to know the area of the plot before using it. Does this sound very similar to what the example I gave when I introduced the topic? The example I gave when I was introducing the topic about the plot of land. CJ, the field manager of the company would like to know the area of the plot of land before using it. This is very important, students, because if you're in farming, you will need to know how many acres of land that you are going to be farming. Why? Because you are leasing a section of your farm. So you can't tell me, say, yo, Mr. Shan, I'm going to rent you half an acre, but really and truly I don't get half an acre. So when I'm planting my grains, my seeds, I am not getting half an acre, so I'm ending up losing money. So you have to be very precise in your calculations. All right. And worse, if you subdivided the land and then the evaluators come in and the surveyors come in to do the stuff, then can't pass it because you said that you have 1/4 acre, but when I look at it, it's not a 1/4 acre. It's 1/3 of an acre, right? So it becomes a court matter, and you just have to be very careful in your calculations. So it says to calculate the area of a plot of land using the trapezoidal rule. So, okay, fine, I've done that. And I've got 27.125. But the question now says, if the direct integration gives the exact answer as 27 square units, we need to find the percentage error to the answer in one above. But when Sir Shan did the calculation just now, he was getting 1/8 to be the error. And what Sir Shan also told you just now is the error is really going to be the difference between the actual versus the approximation. So do me a favor. When you subtract 27 from 27.125, what do you get?
.125, sir.
0.125. Thanks, Rayton. And do me a favor. Convert 0.125 now from a decimal to a fraction by pressing Shift ABC on your calculator and tell me what you get.
1/8.
Magic.
So, sir,
Yo.
question. What if I didn't, hold on, what if I did not get 27 square units?
No,
That
they
means they're
told
right.
you. They don't answer us to calculate 27 now. They said that if the direct integration gives the exact answer as 27 square units, you don't business with that. They might tell you that that is it.
Okay, sir.
Do you know? So the question now is saying, if the direct integration gives the exact answer as 27 square units, we need to find the percentage error to the answer given in one above. I don't care if them don't get 27. They might tell me, say, yo, the direct answer give 27. You get 27.125. Calculate the error. And we just use the E-trap formula. Remember, K times B minus A all cubed over 12n squared. You know what K is, the second derivative of the function, supposed to be less than or equals to K. And we know what B is, the upper limit. We know A is the lower limit. We know N is the number of trapezoids. We do our solution, our substitution, we get what our answer. When we get our answer, we're getting 1/8. It is the difference between the actual versus the approximation. And we just calculated it to show that, yo, it is really the difference because 1/8 is really 0.125. Now it is asking us to calculate it as a percentage. It never said to calculate it as a fraction. It says to calculate that as a percentage. How do we calculate that as a percentage now? To me, no man. You know, sometimes I don't think you guys are thinking, you know. All right, no problem. Let me not even say that. Rachel, how do I calculate this return as a percentage?
You divide it by the value that you're finding the percentage of and multiply it by 100.
So who am I going to get the percent? If I just multiply it by 100, what do I multiply it by?
Sorry, go again, sir.
You're saying that I just multiply it by 100.
No, I'm saying that you divide it by the value that you are finding the percentage of, which is I think 27. And then multiply that by 100.
So hold on. I am converting 1/8 as
Sir,
a
times it by
percentage.
100 over 1.
Okay, I times it by 100 over 1. So how am I going to get the percent?
You want the percent?
Is it 12.5, sir?
No. How am I going to get the percent?
Oh, so you mean like how you gonna turn the 1 over 8 times 100 and how you gonna get the percentage?
How am I going to get the percent sign? Yeah.
You gonna get the percent sign.
Connor just told me 12.5. But the question said we're supposed to calculate it as a percentage, so I don't know 12.5.
12.5%, sir.
But how you get percent, Carno? Tell me.
Because they times it by 1.
Chop by 100%.
Oh, you multiply it by 100%.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oh, I thought you said 100.
Alright.
And it is projected right on screen right here, so with my percent sign right here, so and then they're not telling me. So I can't just go ahead.
Screen freeze, sir.
I know I had to freeze it because, oh, so you weren't seeing it then, because I had to freeze it because I didn't want you to see my answer. All right, so remember now, watch me. I'm converting 1 over 8 to a percent. I can't just multiply by 100 because it means that I'm introducing something foreign to it. So I have to multiply by 100%. When I multiply something by 100%, I'm now not changing it because 100% means 1 over 8 multiplied by 100% means what? So out of 100.
Out of 100.
Out of 100. So it's going to be 100 over 100. So that percent sign means out of 100. So if you just multiply it by 100, you are actually not calculating a percent. So the percent sign must be there. So when you have a percent sign, the percent sign means that it's out of 100. So look at what happens here. When you have 100 divided by 100, that is 1, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's as if you're not really changing anything. So you have to be 100%. And that is going to be, the percent sign rather must be there. And then you're going to get 12.5%. So the error is going to be 12.5%. Now, remember, you can't just multiply by 100. You have to multiply by 100%. That's the point I'm trying to make. So, Carno, when you told me 12.5, that's actually you're wrong. It's supposed to be 12.5%. All right. Now, are there any questions?
No, sir.
So
All
you
right.
could write 100 over 1 in the exam, but still have the percentage from the 12.5. Would I lose marks?
No. Yes. The percent sign must be there. All right.
No, not for the answer, sir. Just for the 100.
Yeah, but if the percent sign is not beside the 100,
Yes, sir.
magically the percent sign can just appear to the final answer. I'm gonna ask where you get it from.
Oh,
All right.
all right. Understand, sir.
Good. Do you guys have a coursework test later after this class?
Coursework test after this class?
Or you have any assignment? Huh?
Sir, we have a class after this.
Oh, and you do have an assignment due after for the next class?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. One Monday.
Oh, you have one on Monday. All right. The reason I asked is that you guys were very distant today. You recognize that it's one past paper question we did for almost 2 hours? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Can't work. Because I mean, I don't want to just, I mean, I can go through the syllabus, you know, but if I go through the syllabus and I don't understand it, I'm going to fail the course. So I really cannot afford to spend 2 hours to do one past paper question. How much of past paper question value? The one that we just did?
20.
20
20.
marks. 20 marks. You are required to go into the exam to do a paper for 2 hours for 80 marks. 20 marks to the multiple choice and answer any 2 of the 4 questions for 30 marks each. We can't spend 20, and guess what? And even now, there are some students in the class that don't give me the answer for the first part of the question yet. Can't continue. So the class is a little strained. Very strained tonight. Very, very strained. And because I've been up from morning, you know, if I wasn't careful, I would have fallen asleep. All right. So I did say to you that I need to speak to the class. I'm also aware that, you know, some of you may be going through some issue. And it's not for me to say, forget about the issue and just focus on class. But I'm going to ask you that in as much as how you are concerned about a matter close to you, but you also have class, that you create a divide. I want you to be able to create a divide. I know it's not easy. I know it is rough. I know it is very rough. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes I come here and I am not 100%, but I have to deliver. Because you are depending on me to deliver. So when I come here, I want you to recognize that I'm depending on you to absorb. So I understand. The final concern I have is know that the recordings are posted. The analytics is not looking good because some of you don't even open any of the recordings that you start go through the stuff.
Yeah, be one view.
I bear one view, me I see. I bear one view, me I see.
But me and one of the few them still there. That's why I can laugh.
Yeah, man. I bear one view, me I see. So I'm saying to you students, you have to put in the amount of effort you put in is what it is that you're going to get out. Right? New to me, Rajay. Right? The amount of effort that you put in is exactly the amount that you are going to get out. That's the point I'm making. So what I want you to do, you don't have any class tomorrow because tomorrow is graduation. A few of you, by the way, anybody here, I know some of you, for the mere fact that you're now third-year students would have completed the associate degree. Anybody here going to the ceremony tomorrow or walking across the stage tomorrow? Anybody? Somebody?
No, sir.
No? All right.
2027.
If I can speak for all of us, I guess everybody's waiting until they complete the bachelor's, you know, before
The bachelor's.
Oh no, when you can speak for yourself, we kinda did drop some things in the associate. So, well, it's just 2 things and both are finished.
All right, fair enough. I'm happy that you're in year 3 though, so just do what it is that you need to do so that come next year, 2026, don't.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
2026. I can sit and look at my calculus students walking across the stages. It's always a beautiful sight to see you guys moving across. So there's no class tomorrow. I want you to use some of the free time that you're going to have. Oh, the other thing I was going to say that I recognize some of you also have a challenge with work, and work is competing 50-50 with what it is that you're doing. You have to create a divide. You come in, Some of you say, boy, sir, I can't talk because I'm in commute. I understand. But when you get home, you have to put the work in. Yes, I know the recording won't be ready immediately, but there are other recordings there that have only one view. Go through the stuff. If you fail to prepare to fail. And this is early enough in the semester that I'm giving you guys a warning. Please use some of the time tomorrow to play catch up on some of the areas. Catch up on some of the areas. Talk to me about the areas that you're having a challenge with, and I'll be more than happy to go through. Come next week, God's willing, and not spending 2 hours of my class time to be going. I have to move on. I must now move into some multivariable functions because that is heavy. 30 marks for the question. You see it on the 2019 paper. All right? So see if I can get some work done up on me, please. And thanks again, Tariq. I'm going to follow through. As soon as I get access, I will definitely let you guys know. So, Carno, you'll hear me send a message. You know what you can do in the meantime, Carno? If you can just collect the email addresses from me, Carno, with the listing that you're sending to me here. So once I get access, I don't have to bother you again. I can just go ahead and just give access to the platform. All right? Thanks for coming out. Have a good one.
Sir, what I put on it is the first name, last name, email, and the department our faculty that they're from.
Fabulous. Fabulous, Papa. Very good.
But
Thank you, sir.
I'm only seeing 11 persons on it.
Rajay, did you add your name to the list, Rajay?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, thank you. All right, Connor, go ahead and send that to our community, please, Carno. Thank you.
It's gonna be a link here, sir.
All right, no problem. That's fine.
So if they update it, you'll get updated as well, I guess.
Great. Thank you, sir. All right, all the best.